Thanks for joining us. I'm Randall Bennett. Now, social networking might have died down as a buzzword a little bit in the last little while, but that doesn't mean new features aren't being added and things aren't being changed. We're going to talk about with the CEO of one social network. It's called Multiply. To talk about this, we bring in Pete Pizarros. He's the CEO of the company. Like I said, Pete, thanks for being with us.
Thanks very much for having me.
So this is, Multiply has been around for a while. You guys aren't a new kid on the block. You're launching a new version today, version 4.0 of the site. Can you tell people who might not be familiar with Multiply, what exactly is Multiply? And then we'll kind of talk about maybe why it's different than Facebook.
Sure. Multiply was founded in late 2003, so we launched the service in 2004. We've actually been around for over 5 years, and with 13 million registered users and over 20 million unique visitors to the service every month. We're among the larger of the sort of second-tier social networking services.
Yeah.
From our inception, we've always been a family-friendly social networking service that focuses on the exchange of personal media. So we've always had a very strong privacy controls and also the features and functionality that you would want to be comfortable sharing your personal life online.
So would you say, I mean, obviously the target demographic of something like Facebook or FriendFeed or Twitter or any of these, even I guess in the early days of MySpace, was sort of this early adopter set where you have people who are, excited to try the next new thing. It sounds kind of me reading this, different things online, and the way you just explained that, it sounds kind of like Multiply isn't necessarily targeted towards this early adopter set. Like, who is your ideal target? Who is the best person to use Multiply?
Definitely, and you're right in saying that we've never specifically targeted the early adopter or the super tech savvy user. Our focus has always been providing a very easy to use service that anybody can understand. And that's important considering what our mission statement is, which is to deliver a very compelling user experience to share personal media. And the reason that's so important is because think about who you're sharing your personal media with. It's mostly your friends and your family. And I don't know about you, but my mom isn't too savvy on the computer.
For sure.
Sorry, Mom. But in terms of exactly who our target demographic is, the best way to describe it is the digital mom. That's somebody who's online, probably has a family at home, is taking really important photos that they want to keep forever, and they really care about who gets to see them. This isn't about posting your stuff online for the entire world to see, but rather sharing with the people who matter most to you.
So let's talk, so there's, maybe just give a list for me of a couple different features. I mean, let's talk your 3 features that really make Multiply set apart from Facebook and MySpace.
Sure. The first and foremost is that our enhanced media management capabilities, so built right into your Multiply account and your social networking experience, is the ability to manipulate, control, edit, and organize all of the media that you might want to share. So that includes your entire media library, all of your photos and your videos. You can now manage them in the cloud.
Okay.
We're giving, especially with 4.0, we're giving our customers the power of a desktop application like an iPhoto or a Picasa, only that's built right into your Multiply account. So once you get your photos up to Multiply, you can do anything and everything that with the power of a desktop app.
So so you mentioned this desktop app, and I mean this, how you can edit your photos. It's things like red eye reduction, cropping, zooming, things like that.
That's exactly right.
So these are obvious advantages, these are obvious features, but when it comes right down to it, there's not as many people on the service. You mentioned that you have 13 million people who have registered with accounts, but there's 200 million Facebook users, all these different people. So, how do you expect that groups will kind of join together, or, why would someone want to use Multiply to share stuff with their friends and family when they could share it with people who are already on Facebook and have an account already?
Well, we see Multiply as a complementary service. Ultimately, we'd of course love to have 2 million registered users on Multiply, although maybe the difference would be that with 200 million users, you wouldn't really feel like it. You're still only sharing with your friends and family, so it's still a very tight-knit community for each one of our members. But we've used it as a complementary service, so we recognize that a couple years ago, you would have been asking me the same question about MySpace, and a couple years before that, you would have been asking me the same question about Friendster. So while these sort of activity-based social networking services tend to come and go through the years, we fundamentally believe that your friends and family, your closest friends and family, will stay with you forever. And that's the market and the usage that we're trying to address.
Got it. So with this next iteration, let's talk about for a second real stats. So when it comes right down to it, how many people are using Multiply on a regular basis, and how long are they, like when I use Facebook, I'm on there all day trying to talk to my friends or these different things. How many people are actually using Multiply and coming back to use it, other than those just email addresses that you have registered?
Sure. So in terms of every website, every media site has a mix of registered users and unregistered users that use the service. And that varies sometimes dramatically between the services. Somebody like a web-based email program, you have to be a registered user in order to use it. But other sites like YouTube, it doesn't really matter if you're logged in or not to view the videos. So with Multiply, we're sort of in the middle of that. We have features and functionality that are for only the registered users. But if I want to share a photo album with my mom, for example, she does not have to join Multiply in order to see it. And because of that, the numbers that we report are both a registered user number and a monthly unique visitor number. And we've got about 20 million monthly unique visitors to Multiply, which compares to about 10 times as much on the major social networking services.
Okay. So we're about out of time, so we're going to have to leave it there. It's multiply.com, right? If people want to join, they can check out the new features. Do you guys have a website specifically for all the new features where people can visit that?
Well, if you join multiply.com right now, you won't miss it. We've got extensive staff blogs, tutorials, and a welcome letter from the CEO that'll tell you all about the great new stuff.
Great. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for being with us. That is it for this episode of TechV. We'll be back tomorrow with more tech news and all that stuff. Check us out on iTunes. We're on YouTube. We're everywhere. See you later.
Thank you.